All right, this is Mr. Wyrick. I'm going to go through these geometric mean and altitude notes with you. So to start with, this is a comparison where we have something like this. We're comparing this left side to the altitude and comparing the altitude to the right. It's the same kind of thing, like this is the long side of the triangle and this is the short side of the triangle when we're talking about this one. And then over here, this is the long side of the triangle and this is the short side of the triangle when we're looking at it over here. So the altitude compares to both of them. So we end up with this fraction that looks like this. Well, when we cross multiply this, this is where we get that geometric mean. It's a times b is equal to x squared. So we work backwards from there. We take the square root to find out that x. So on this one where it says find the geometric of 9 and 4, we're just going to write that as 9 over x is equal to x over 4. We cross multiply. Okay, so 9 times 4 is going to give me 36, and that's equal to x times x, which is x squared. We take the square root, and we get x is equal to 6, because 6 times 6 makes 36. That's what that square root does. On the next one, find the geometric mean of 6 and 54. So when we look at this, it's 6 over x is equal to x over 54. We cross multiply. I did this with the calculator earlier, so 6 times 54 is going to make 324, and that's equal to x squared. We take the square root, and the square root of 324, again, I was doing on the calculator earlier, that's 18. Okay, so geometric mean works a little different than just trying to find like the regular mean, the average. When we flip this over, we can see I go this short side to the altitude, that's 4 over x. The short side over this number, that's x over 16. We're finding geometric mean. 4 times 16, that's going to be x squared is equal to 64. We take the square root, and that's going to give us x is equal to 8. You got to be careful, though. We end up with ones like this. The short side here compared to this altitude, the long side, that's x over 18 is equal to this short side over the long side, so 18 over 54. So we actually have this 18 squared, which is 324. We have 54 times x. So we have to divide both sides by 54. Again, I did this on the calculator earlier, and this is actually the answer to the one on the other side with the 6 and the 54. This is just x is equal to 6. So you got to be careful where they're giving you this information. This one's asking for, well, it's asking for a different thing here. We got AD right here. So this is x over 24. The short side to the long side is equal to 24 over 72. But this one does ask for something tricky. First off, I'm going to reduce this. I know that these are both divisible by 6. That's going to help me work this because I forgot to work this one with the calculator. So this is going to be, 4 over 12. So that's going to be 1/3. So x over 24 is equal to 1/3. I cross multiply. This is 3x is equal to 24. So yeah, x is going to be 8 in this case. So this is 8. But they're not asking me for x. They're not asking me for the length of AD. They're asking me for the length of AC. I already know DC is 72. And I know AD is my x, what I have to figure out here. So 72 plus 8 means the length of this whole thing here is actually going to be 80. Okay, there's a Delta Math assignment for today. Just make sure you pay attention and know what they're asking you and work your way through it. And we'll see you back on Monday.